Welcome in, everyone, for 2022 training camp. Things are officially kicking off here at the Raiders Henderson headquarters. Adam Hill and Cassie Soto here with you. While we haven't seen any on-field action yet, the Raiders just reported on Wednesday. We will see some on-field stuff on Thursday. We did get to hear from the players, Adam, after talking about their off-season or no off-season, as Max Crosby says. What was just your initial impressions of the guys and how excited they are to get this training camp up and running?
Yeah, and we heard Denzel Perriman kind of say it's like the first day of school. I think that's an accurate description. You've kind of had the summer. You've seen some of your friends over the summer for sure. You've hung out. You're here a little bit for OTAs. I guess summer school would be the comparison. But now everybody's back in. It's the first day. Everybody's excited. Everybody's nervous a little bit. You're going to meet your new teachers, new coaches, all those things. I guess the analogy really carries out all the way here. But that's what you have in this building. You've got those guys excited for this season, the high expectations for sure. But right now there's a time to get ready. You have a couple, several weeks, almost a month, a little bit more than a month actually, to have your first real game. So there's this time to prepare. You don't have to be nervous about a game. It's just about getting ready and getting to know everybody again.
Yeah, well, we talked about Max Crosby, and he said that he got the motto, I think, from Tom Brady, right? After asking questions about Patriots players that are here now with the Raiders about what makes Tom Brady so great, and they tell him he doesn't take any days off. We know Max Crosby likes to bring the intensity. What about him are you thinking maybe he will excel at this year and just really take this defense and put it on his back?
Yeah, and it was Deron Harmon actually. He cited and said, hey, that's a guy that played with the Patriots. He played with Tom Brady. What is the secret to success for Tom Brady? And he said no offseason. You do have to have a little bit of one. And Max said, hey, it's 11-month season. You got that month off. You recharge your batteries a little bit, but then it's right back to work. And he got that advice, not only from Harmon, but also all the other guys are from the Patriots. And I think Max Crosby is ready to go to that next level. We saw last year he had an unbelievably impactful season, and you didn't really see it in the statistical categories like sacks. I think that's kind of an old school method of measuring the impact of somebody on the defense. But I think Crosby wants to add to that sack total and continue to have as much impact as he has in the past. And I think it helps to have Chandler Jones on the other side, one of the most decorated pass rushers that we've seen in this generation. He'll be going to battle with him. And once they figure out the kind of the rotation in the middle of that defensive line, I think they've got a lot of bodies that'll help there as well. So I think Max Crosby just wants to continue to take that to the next level and continue to be a leader of this team, which he has shown in the past.
Yeah, well, we know that this is obviously a new training camp, a new year for head coach Josh McDaniels, his first year here with the Silver and Black. We saw him in OTAs, and we saw him sort of, come into his role here as the Raiders head coach. You say that it's new and exciting, right, for the players, but it's got to be new and exciting for him as well. We won't hear from him just yet. We'll hear from him later in the week. What do you think he's thinking as he prepares to get these players up and running this year?
Well, I think the nerves are probably there as well. I think he's very confident in his ability, but when I talk to people around the country, I do a lot of different interviews, and people are asking me, and they say, well, Josh McDaniels failed as a head coach. That was more than a decade ago, and I get why people think, hey, he failed before, he'll fail again, and I know that drives him as well, and I think he took a long time before he took this position again. He wanted to make sure it was the right situation, and I think he believes this is the right situation for him. So I think there's those nerves, hey, will it be better this time? Will I be better? But I think he's very confident that it will be.
Well, wrapping up here, give me just your 3 bullet points here. Top 3 things you will be looking at for this Raiders 2022 training camp.
Well, I think first of all is the offensive line. How does that sort out? We've been talking about that all offseason, but I think it's fair to continue to ask those questions. I would look also in the defensive line, especially the middle of the defensive line. How does that shake out? Who do we see kind of step up and take those roles? And then, of course, which rookies? I mean, they don't have a first or second round pick because Devontae Adams was the first and second round pick for this team. But how do those rookies kind of develop and who works their way into that depth chart? So we'll find that out. And I'll add a fourth one. How quickly does everybody pick up the offense? We saw the pace intensify throughout OTAs and minicamp. It got quicker and quicker because they learned a little bit more of the system. But how much do they translate to the practice field? How good do they look in the system and learning all the different plays and everything and all the terminology that they have on this staff? Those are definitely things to look for.
Training camp is officially here. Adam, Heidi, and myself, we might just move in here.
Yeah.
We're going to be here every day here for you guys. So be sure to stay tuned at vegasnation.com as we will be bringing you everything you need to know about Raiders training camp. For Adam Hill, I'm Cassie Soto. Thank you so much for watching.